Hi everyone, and welcome to Power or Might. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today, and with Paulie Dangerously. And today on Power or Might, we're going to have a good show here today. Yesterday, we saw the TWF Women Tag Team winnings on stake when AJ Lee and Nikki Cross beat Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose for the TWF Women Tag Team winnings. We saw that yesterday. Yes, we did, Jonathan. We did see that. And I can tell you one thing, that even though AJ Lee and Nikki Cross won it back for the 30th time, with not even having a match, they won and they beat Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Well, I can tell you one thing, Jonathan and Mike. Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, they were cheated out. They should be the TWF Women Tag Team Fighters. Both women were good wrestlers. Both of them were let go from WWE. Mandy Rose in 2022 YL and Sonya Deville in 2025 YL. Both of them only won one thing. And I think they should be the TWF Women Tag Team Fighters. Well, I can tell you one thing, Jonathan Coachman says, you can believe whatever you want, but AJ Lee and Nikki Cross are the TWF Women Tag Team Fighters. And now we're going to go now we're going to go to ring now, because I believe we have our match here today on Power and Might. Jonathan Coachman says Baron Corbin, who, wants to be the TWF hard middle fighter once again. Well, we don't know really what Baron Corbin wants. We do know that he was the former TWF hard middle fighter. We do know he won the King of the Ring, Gals in the Boundary, WWE 4-1 Rights fighter, WWE NXT Tag Team Fighter, Mike today said. We know Baron Corbin did all those things. Yeah, Paulie Dangerously said, you know everything about what Baron Corbin did when he was in WWE. You're most likely going to know all the things he's going to do now in the NWA. Wow. Paulie Dangerously says, alright, so the way I look at it, I think that I should be the TWF hard middle fighter. Yes, I did lose to Autolycus, the King of Thieves, 2 times, but I know someone that I can take some strap I can take away from. Everyone is all frightened, all scared of, Nick, or all frightened, everyone is all scared, and everyone is all scared, and all frightened of, of Xia Li. But I'm not frightened of her, and I know I can take the TWF 24/7 winnings away from her. So, you think, shit, I can't stand up. Lean against the rope stem. Stand up! Alright, here we go. So you think you're man enough to take my TWF 24/7 winnings away from me? Yeah, I know I am. Well, why don't I get the fight keeper in the ring? And then when I knock you on your rear, then you'll know not to come after me for the TWF 24/7 winnings. Yeah, well, you know what? There are some things that you gotta all worry about. Cause I'm not Harry Potter or Dennis Rodman. Not those two folks that thought they had, I'm gonna do what they could not do, and that's win the TWF 24/7 winnings. And up. Stand up. go again. There we go. All right. This is for the TWF 24/7 winnings. First, he is Baron Corbin, and she is the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. Well, first off, Jonathan Coachman said Xia Li has had a death grip. Oh, and Xia Li just knocked down Baron Corbin with her elbow, Jonathan Coachman says. And Mike today says Xia Li just knocked her down with that spin kick of hers. You know, she does got a fighting background too. We don't talk about it that much. Yeah, Paulie Dangerously says she knocked down Baron Corbin with a 1 strike, 2 strikes, he's out. You know, if it was boxing, the fight would have already reckoned to 10 already. You know, this one's over. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner. And still the TWF 24/7 fighter, Xia Li. And now Xia Li has really truly believed that she's going to be the TWF hard middle 24/7 fighter. Look out! Paulie Dangerously says it's Iron Man or Steel Man who can't even really. It's Iron Man. Oh, Xia Li just knocked down Iron Man too, Jonathan Coachman says. You can't see it very well. There, pull the ring down. Iron Man came in the ring. Oh, Xia Li just knocked Iron Man down. You know. Well, Mike today said Iron Man truly believed that he was going to win the TWF 24/7 winnings, and sadly, it did not go very well. Well, I could tell you one thing about many other folks that want to seek to come after Xia Li for the TWF hard middle winnings. Paulie Dangerously says Iron Man or Steel Man or Tony Stark wasn't thinking. I don't know what he was thinking, but I could tell you one thing. He wasn't thinking all that much, because if he was, he would have known, Paulie Dangerously says, that he would have been knocked out like many other men and women before him who seek to go after Xia Li for the for the TWF hard middle winnings. I mean TWF 24/7 winnings, Paulie Dangerously says. Well, I could tell you one thing right now, Jonathan Coachman said Xia Li is lucky she beat Baron Corbin. She's lucky she got out of the way. Luckily she ended up beating Iron Man or Steel Man or Tony Stark, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, Mike today says, gave the TWF 24/7 winnings all you want, but Xia Li is one woman wrestler no one wants to reckon with. Mike today says, all right, Jonathan Coachman said, we'll take it away now to Bob, take it away to Mike Lane. Thank you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. I'm going to be talking with Xia Li here today on Powerrr Mike. All right, Xia Li, it seems that you once again are still the TWF 24/7 fighter. However, things might not go the way you wanted them to go. Well, I could tell you right now, Mike Lane, that I took out Baron Corbin, and then Tony Stark, Iron Man, Steel Man, whatever you want to call him, he thought he was going to come in. I kicked his head off. Yeah, you did. And it seems that every time you lose the TWF 24/7 winnings, you end up winning it back. Yeah, I do. Like you say, I got a death grip, a death hold on the TWF 24/7 winnings. And no one is going to be taking that winning away from me, because no one is man enough or woman enough to do it. Well, King Valkyrie was woman enough. She ended up beating you for it. And yeah, and I ended up winning it back from her. So I guess she wasn't woman enough to beat me at all. Well, that's my talk with Zia Lee, the TWF 24/7 fighter. Back to you, Jonathan Coachman and Mike today. Well, thank you, Mike Lane, for talking with Zia Lee here today on Power and Might. And that's all the time we got here for Power and Might. I, Jonathan Coachman, with Mike today and Paulie Dangerously. We hope you like Power and Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw, or Monday Night Raw.